What if your wedding night was witnessed by your entire village? Not in shame, but in celebration. What if marriage wasn't about privacy, but about community, ritual, and sometimes even sharing your spouse? Deep in the heart of Africa, some tribes practice marriage customs so unusual, so jaw-dropping, they challenge everything we believe about love, sex, and commitment. You may think you know what marriage is, but after this, you'll realize you don't. Meet the tribe, identity, setting, and culture. Let's travel to the dusty plains of Namibia and parts of West and Central Africa, regions where traditional beliefs are still alive, untouched by modern norms. Here live the Himba, Wodaabe, and Maasai tribes, each unique, but united by one thing: their deep, ceremonial approach to marriage. The Himba women walk proudly topless, their skin glowing red with ochre clay, their hair braided with butter and herbs. The Wodaabe men paint their faces, wear feathers, and dance for hours, hoping to win a bride. And in these cultures, nudity isn't sexual, it's spiritual. It's expressive. Marriage here is more than a contract. It's a community ritual, a passage of identity. And it starts with tradition that might leave outsiders speechless. Here, love is not whispered in secret. It's danced, sung, and celebrated by everyone. Public consummation or communal witnessing. One of the most controversial customs involves public intimacy, or at least symbolic forms of it. In some tribes, when a couple weds, it is the community's role to bless and witness the union. This doesn't always mean watching sex directly, but participating in the event through songs, chants, dances, and in some cases, staying nearby during consummation to ensure fertility blessings. Outsiders may find this shocking, but within the tribe, it's sacred. To hide the act of union is to hide life itself. By making intimacy public, it removes shame. It says, this is not just about two people. It's about life, family, tribe. In older customs, some elders were even allowed to offer advice or rituals before or after the act, almost like spiritual midwives to the marriage. Wife sharing or polygamy traditions. Perhaps the most misunderstood practice is wife sharing. Among the Himba, for instance, if a man has a close friend visiting, it's considered respectful to offer his wife as a companion for the night. The guest may accept or decline, but it's not seen as infidelity. It's seen as hospitality, honor, and trust. A shared wife is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength, of openness. Polygamy is also common. Maasai men may have multiple wives, each with her own home and role. Jealousy? It exists, but is addressed with rituals and roles. These marriages are about function and family, not just romance. And for women, having multiple partners or marrying into strong families can mean greater security and freedom. Beauty contests and bride auctions. Now let's talk about how spouses are chosen, and it's not what you think. Every year, in the Wodaabe tribe of Niger, men dress in feathers, beads, and bright paint to compete in elaborate beauty contests. They dance for hours, trying to impress women, who do the choosing. Yes, the women pick the man they want to marry, or spend the night with. Here, men are the ornaments. And women? They hold the power. Elsewhere, bride price is still practiced. Families trade cattle, beads, or land for a daughter's hand. This isn't seen as buying a bride, but honoring her value and creating bonds between families. While controversial in the West, these customs are rooted in survival, legacy, and identity. Coming of age and sexual education before marriage. Before marriage comes education, and it's not from textbooks. Girls and boys are taught about their bodies from a young age. Elder women teach girls how to care for their future husbands, how to understand pleasure, childbirth, and relationships. Boys are taught by uncles or fathers how to respect women, become providers, and uphold the tribe's honor. Sometimes there are symbolic dances or rituals where adolescents perform maturity rites, including nudity, chanting, and storytelling. There's no porn here. No shame. Just elders and rituals that honor the body. This creates a generation that respects sex, not fears it. Outsider reactions and cultural misunderstanding. When tourists first encounter these marriage rituals, Their reactions range from fascination to discomfort. They whisper at topless women, laugh at men wearing makeup, or question the openness of wife sharing. But after spending time in the village, perspectives begin to shift. Because what looks wild at first starts to look free. Maybe we've made sex dirty. Maybe they've made it divine. Outsiders often leave with tears in their eyes. Not because they saw something shameful, but because they realize how much their own cultures hide. The day begins, more than a wedding. As the sun rises over the vast, open landscape, the entire village begins to prepare. This is no ordinary day, it's the celebration of union, a moment when two souls join under the traditions of their ancestors. In this African tribe, marriage is not just a ceremony, it's a rite of passage, rich with meaning and connection. The bride's sacred transformation. The bride, often adorned with intricate beads, body paint, and ceremonial attire, is prepared by the elder women of the community. They sing songs passed down through generations, melodies that speak of love, responsibility, and the strength of womanhood. Her hands are gently decorated with henna or tribal patterns, each symbol carrying a wish for fertility, happiness, and protection. The groom's path to readiness. Meanwhile, the groom participates in his own set of rituals. Sometimes, these include symbolic tests of strength or endurance, not to prove dominance, but to show his readiness to take on the responsibilities of partnership and family life. It's not just about him marrying the bride, it's about joining her family, her community, and showing he can honor that bond. The elder's blessing, wisdom before vows. One of the most surprising aspects to outsiders might be the public blessing ritual. Here, elders from both families gather to share wisdom and give their approval in front of everyone. It's a deeply emotional part of the day, filled with storytelling, laughter, and sometimes tears. The idea is simple: marriage isn't a contract, it's a communal promise, rooted in the tribe's values of loyalty, harmony, and shared future. What if we looked at our own marriages and asked, are we really honest? Are we truly free? Do we teach our children to respect the body? Or fear it? From these African tribes, we learn that marriage is more than love, it's ritual, identity, and community. That nudity doesn't equal shame. And that sometimes, the most shocking customs reveal the most sacred truths. So now, I want to hear from you. Like this video if it challenged how you think. Share it with someone who believes marriage is the same everywhere. Comment below, could you live by these tribal marriage rules? And don't forget to subscribe, because next time, we're uncovering a tribe where women rule everything, even who gets to live or die. Stay curious. Stay respectful. Stay human.